Life on a boat means rethinking everything that you have because you have limited space. Is an onboard printer really an important piece of equipment to take with you? Hi, I'm Nika Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. Today I'm sharing 3 reasons that having an onboard printer is really a great thing to find the space for. First of all, though, I really want to talk about our partnership with the Salty Dawg Sailing Association. The Boat Galley is thrilled to partner with the Salty Dawg Sailing Association, which is an educational and charitable organization that helps sailors realize their long-distance cruising dreams. Salty Dawg's volunteers, and yes, they're volunteers, are veteran sailors guiding newbies to independent decision-making and offshore confidence. Join a rally, join a rendezvous, but whatever you do, join the SDSA today. You heading to the islands this winter? The Caribbean Rally leaves November 1st, and there's still time to join. Salty Dawg Sailing Association, sailors helping sailors. Visit saltydawgsailing.org. That's SALTYDAWG sailing.org to learn more. There's also a link in the show notes. While you probably don't need a printer to fill out an online form to join an association like the Salty Dawg, there are a ton of other reasons that you may want to find room on your boat for a small printer. We even have one on our 28-foot boat. And when we were moving aboard, Jeremy was actually so against the idea. He's like, what do we need a printer for? Why would we want one? It's just going to take up space. We never need one. And I talked to a bunch of my friends, including Carolyn and Bean over at Sailing Totem, and they talked to me and assured me that a printer was a really good idea. You might need it to print out a crew list when you're going into other countries. Maybe you're going to need to print out a passport application because your passport is expiring. Maybe you need it for land-based things, even if you are out cruising. For instance, we recently had to print out a financial statement to help a kid apply for a first apartment. And yes, they needed it to be printed out and signed, like physically signed, and then we had to take a picture of it. Kind of dumb, but we still had to do that. We've had to use our printer on a handful of occasions, and it's been just incredibly useful. One of the things we used it for was actually to print out a storage schematic for the boat. And just really nice to have that physical piece right in front of us. So we found a small printer. A link for the one that we have is in the show notes. And it fits in a small waterproof container that's large enough to hold the printer and a ream of paper and even some extra cartridges. We don't use this every day. It's arguably a luxury item, but we have actually been able to help other people who needed a printer and they didn't have one. I'm really happy that we went with a printer on board, and you can find one that's small. Ours doesn't print in color, for example. It's not a great big laser one or anything like that. It's small. It's useful for the times that we need it. And I would highly recommend find a space for a small printer, because even though you don't need it all the times that you do need it, you are just so thankful you have it. I can't wait to share an anchorage with you when we don't need the printer that's on board, or maybe you need to borrow ours. And we just get to toast to the fact that we're out here enjoying this incredible lifestyle. Thank you so very much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love hearing from our listeners. We love it if you come up to us and see us at the Annapolis Boat Show or take one of the classes that we're teaching at Cruisers University. We love it when you share us with your friends. We love it when you leave us a 5-star review on whatever podcast app you listen in. And mostly, we love that we are able to help you just make boat life better, just a little bit at a time. Have the most spectacular week.